So today we're going to talk about how to create a 4-panel movie within iMovie on your iPad. So let's get started. The very first thing you need to make sure you've done is open your camera app and record all of your videos that you need, or have any videos you need already saved to your machine. If you're able to, in your camera app, trim your video so that it all fits about the same. That way you have a lot less work to do once it gets into iMovie. From there, we can open iMovie. The iMovie icon looks like a purple square with a white star and a purple video camera in the center of it. If you can't find it, you can always swipe down from the middle of your iPad screen with one finger, and it'll bring up your search bar where you can search for iMovie, and it will come up that way. Once you get into iMovie, if you haven't been in before, you'll have to clear a few screens, and that's okay. Go ahead and do that. We'll hit Create Project, and we have two options: to create a movie or create a trailer. For us, we're going to create a movie. This is going to bring up several options of all of our pictures that we have, videos, anything that's on our iPad is going to pop up here. I can tap Video and see all the videos that I've done. And I can see my 4-part videos that I've done already. I'm going to tap one of those. I can hit the play button to preview what I have there, or I can hit the check mark to go ahead and add it. I'm going to do that, and unfortunately, I have to add one at a time for this to make it work correctly. Now, at the bottom of your screen, you see Create Movie. We'll go ahead and create movie with what we have, and that's going to bring us up with what our video looks like. And then at the bottom half of our screen is our timeline. Now, this is very, very important. This is how we access all points in our master video. That vertical line is called your playhead, and that tells you where exactly in your video we're going to be playing. So I'm going to go to the very beginning, and up in the top right-hand corner, I should see a plus sign. And if you're lucky, you will already have that screen after you tap it, but you'll have your media screen available to you from there. I'm going to tap the video option. Now remember, I trimmed all of my videos, so I can go ahead and tap my recently added. My first video has an orange line at the bottom of it, and that is telling me that I've already put the video in the timeline, so I don't even need to worry about that. I know that the second video I want to add is right below it. I can preview it with that play button if I want. If I hit the plus sign, that's just going to put it in the timeline. We don't want to do that. We want to use our third option, which is the 3 dots, the ellipses. When I tap that, I can add it as a cutaway picture in a picture, and there's a few other options there. We are going to do a split screen today. So I will tap split screen, and because my playhead is at the beginning, it moves it to the end and adds my whole video. From here, I'm going to move my playhead all the way back to the beginning, tap my top video, you can see that it's highlighted there, and I have several options at the bottom of my screen. I'm going to tap volume because by default, iPad is going to turn the volume off on the second video, but I want all of my parts to be heard. Once I do that, I can tap my speaker that has the slash through it, and that'll take me back up to 100% volume. From there, if one track is too loud, I can adjust the track from there, but that is about all of the functionality we get within iPad. The other thing we need to do is to preview our video and play it, and trim anywhere we need to trim. You do that the same way you would do it in your camera app. You could tap on your video and you have your yellow handles at the front and the back, and that will allow you to trim. It only trims one video at a time, whichever video is highlighted. So you're going to need to do this for the top video as well as the bottom video, and just make sure everything kind of lines up with what you're doing. Keep in mind, if you mess something up, at the bottom half of your screen on the right hand side, you have an undo button. You can undo your project edit that way and hopefully recover something if you mess it up. Let's say that we are done editing this video. We have 2 parts in it. We need to go ahead in the top left-hand part of our screen, hit done. We are ready to export that. So I have 3 options at the bottom of my screen. One is to play the movie. The second one is our export button or our share button, and the third is our trash button. I want to go ahead and export this, and I have several options. I'm going to choose Save Video. It's going to export the movie. And when it does, it's going to put it into my photo library. Now it's time to add my third and fourth videos into another project. So I'm going to hit my projects icon in the top left, hit my plus sign, create a movie again, and I can't figure out which movies that I use. They look very similar. So I'm going to create movie down at the bottom of my screen with absolutely nothing on it, and that's okay. It's going to bring up a completely blank timeline for us, and I can tap video. Recently added, and I know that I used my top 2 videos the first time. I'm going to use my bottom 2 videos this time. It just kind of helps me, and I could always hit the play button and go through it that way, or I could just do what I just did, and that's fine as well. I'll hit the plus sign. I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to hit my next video, my ellipses, and hit a split screen as well. Do any trimming I need to do. Make sure that I tap my volume icon and then my speaker icon to bring my volume back up. And once I've previewed everything of that, I can hit done in the top left-hand corner again. It saves a movie, and I'm going to go ahead and export this again, and it's going to save video. So now I have a video project with part 1 and 2, and my video project with part 3 and part 4. We got to make one more video, and this is the last one we have to do. And what we're going to do is combine each of those videos. So I'm going to go ahead and hit back to my projects, hit my plus sign, create a movie, and this time I can see my split screen tracks. So I'm just going to tap one of them, hit create movie at the bottom of my screen, and move my playhead all the way back to the beginning, hit video recently added, and I'll tap my other split screen, hit my ellipses, split screen, and now everything's in there. I'll need to move my playhead back to the beginning, tap on my top video, and change my sound to turn it on for those 2 videos. You still might have to adjust some volume. There still might be some trim work that you have to do, and that's okay. Go ahead and do that. Now, something that I don't like right now is I want to see my whole video. I want to get rid of my recently added tab. I'm going to hit my X, and there I can see it. If you notice in this setup, my 4 videos are vertical panels. I don't want that. I want 4 boxes. I can switch that using the middle button that looks like 2 arrows with the squares. I tap that, and I have 4 boxes for my video now. Let's say that I need a little bit more of my face showing on this one track, so I'm going to go ahead and tap that, tap my plus sign, and I'm going to pinch to zoom. I can move it in any way that I want to move it, and that just gives me a little bit more of an editing option. The very last step that we want to do is add a title to our movie. I'm going to tap my main box, and I have my options at the bottom of the screen. I'll tap titles, and let's just add a slide title in there. Why not? I'm going to tap the text box that says title text here, tap edit, and it highlights my box. I can call it my demo movie. Hit done, and there it is. When I'm finished with my editing and my movies, I hit done in the top left-hand corner, and you can see it's titled My Movie 3. I want to change the title of that. I'll tap My Movie 3. I'll tap my X icon, and I'm going to title this My Demo Movie. Hit done, and there we go. I can export this back to my video, save my video, and once it exports, I'm done. I don't need my other 2 tracks. I can delete them. This is the final finished product that I can share with the world.